What happens if you buy a rental property and it goes down in value? Well, I've had it happen to me, and I'm going to tell you just how it looks and how it feels. Hi, I'm Keith Weinhold with Get Rich Education. I'm a writer for Forbes and the Rich Dad Advisors. I'm also the author of the international best-selling book, 7 Money Myths That Are Killing Your Wealth Potential. So, okay, the year was 2007. I had just purchased my second Four-Plex building, so I had gone from 4 rental units to 8 rental units, so I was starting to feel pretty good about that. I had purchased that Four-Plex building in 2007 for $530,000. Just about 2 years later, we were in the height of the recession, the housing crisis, the mortgage meltdown, and the value of that property plummeted from $530,000 down to about $480,000 or $490,000. And by the way, I didn't know that was the bottom at the time either. There was no way to know that. The mortgage markets had seized up. No one could get a loan. Well, you know what happened when no one could get a loan? They had to become my renter because they couldn't buy a starter home. They couldn't come buy their own property. So what happened to my rent income? It went up higher than ever. So when I bought the building, it produced a modest rent income and a modest cash flow. And after the mortgage meltdown, it had gone up. So the building was paying me better than ever, while at the same time, that value was temporarily depressed. So let me ask you, if a property is paying you each month better than it ever has before, how much incentive do you want to have to get rid of it, even if it is temporarily worth less than what you bought it for? So what happened is a few years later, the building went ahead and rebounded in value, the value that I had bought it for, and I was enjoying the cash flow all the while. So as long as when you invest in real estate, you know that it's not money that you need to get back or get out right away, and you purchase a property where it doesn't just produce cash flow from day one, but it produces cash flow in a sustainable economy where you have diverse economic sectors and a viable job market, so you know that those rents are going to continue to be paid. It really doesn't matter if the property is temporarily depressed in value if it's paying you better than ever all the while. So that's the lesson. Buy for cash flow, and the value really doesn't matter that much.
Since 2014, the powerful Get Rich Education podcast has created more passive income for people than nearly any other show in the world. This show teaches you how to earn strong returns from passive real estate investing in the best markets without losing your time being a flipper or landlord. Show host Keith Weinhold writes for both Forbes and Rich Dad Advisors and delivers a new show every week. Since 2014, there's been millions of listener downloads in 188 world nations. He has A-list show guests, include top-selling personal finance author Robert Kiyosaki. Get Rich Education can be heard on every podcast platform, plus it has its own dedicated Apple and Android listener phone apps. Build wealth on the go with the Get Rich Education podcast. Sign up now at GetRichEducation.com.